What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Sports with Don. Or should I say Sports with LMT? But it's Don right now. I know we've been gone for a minute, but slowly coming back. We'll tell you guys why we were gone and all of that. But for now, just to get things kicked off, we're gonna start with it's a prediction episode. Everybody's excited. People are buying players left, right, and center. Some teams are not buying, some are panic buying. So with all that information coming into play and the season starting tonight, because today's Friday, guys, come on. Everyone is watching. Cool. So DSTV starts tonight, EPL starts tomorrow. But we're gonna start with the EPL prediction. We have Lumko on the line, by the way, so I'm not alone technically. We do have Lumko on the line, but we're gonna start with the EPL. So I'll start with my, you could say, quote-unquote prediction of what's gonna happen this season. So we'll start right at the bottom. Who's getting relegated? Fulham. I think that's like the most predictable one. Fulham getting relegated. And then after them, some people could say Nottingham Forest, but I'm like, Dean Henderson has a point to prove. Just Lingard wants to go to the World Cup. So the first half of the season, I might do pretty well. But the team I'm mostly worried about that's not doing a lot of signings is Everton. So I'm going to put Everton as one of the candidates to be relegated. I'm going to say they're second last, but I'll just say they'll be like just third last. Like at the end, they just won't make it. And I don't trust Lampard unless they sack him before Christmas and they get someone who can work with the team. But I think Everton is going to be one of the teams that's going to go down. And as for the third team, I am looking at Brentford. People are like, what? Brentford performed well last season. I'm like, they had to prove a point. But I don't know, this season, I just feel like teams are buying the right players, especially teams right at the bottom. They're buying the right players. They want to stay up. So I don't see Brentford really doing well this season. But that's like my bottom three. And we go to the top six. We'll start with number 6. It hurts to say this because I'm wearing their shirt. But because of the signings we have right now, we might perform well the first few games, but going into the season, if we don't sign midfielders and probably like another centre back or even a striker at this point, I see United being number 6. And number 5, it's in between Arsenal and Chelsea for me. Chelsea, they're panic buying right now. It's like their targets don't really want to come to Chelsea, so they're just buying every single person they could get their hands on. Right now Cucurella is that guy. So Cucurella wanted to go to Man City. Man City's like, we're not going to pay the amounts that Brighton wants. So Chelsea just came in instead and be like, money. And it's like panic buying. I think the new owner's trying to prove a point. I'm not sure, but I don't know, man. So I'll say Chelsea 5th. And then as for the top 4, Arsenal 4th, Spurs 3rd, and then the last 2. It's pretty interesting because a lot of people have saying a lot about Nunes and Haaland and who will do what, but if you've watched Liverpool play in pre-season, you see that they've slightly adjusted the way they play to suit Nunes. So everybody's like, but they don't play usually with like this hardcore number 9. But if you've been watching the pre-season, they have slightly adjusted, and we've seen his movements that he is in the right places. He's not looking sharp because obviously fitness, coming into a new team, all those, but he will get those opportunities and he will score. And same thing with Haaland, like if you watch the Community Shield, they probably could have scored like hat tricks, both of them, these two guys, Nunes and Haaland, because they are going to be given chances. Like they have the right players in their teams to be given chances. But I can't say Liverpool's going to win the league, unfortunately. I won't say it. So Liverpool will be second, and Man City is going to go back to back, which is kind of boring at this point, but I see Man City winning. So that's my prediction. Now, I'm going to call Lumko, because he's on the line, right? Lumko, bro, you still there?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So let's hear your relegation battle teams.
Okay, first things first. Thank you for not having me. Fans, bro. Tell the fans why you didn't want me to be on set.
Hey, man. Hey, yeah, we'll get to it.
Let's get to it, man. The relegation teams, I have to agree with you when you say Fulham. I feel like after losing a player like Carvalho, who was the star player in the championship, they're going to struggle.
Yep.
Fulham 1.
Yep.
2, definitely Brentford as well for me because, like you already alluded, last season they had a point to prove. This season they don't really have any objective. So, and a lot of their players feel like they deserve to be playing at bigger teams. If you look at the strikers up front,
Yeah.
and some players admit they feel like we deserve to be playing in bigger teams because of what we did last season. So the motivation to really do well for Brentford is not there. And then the third team for me, shockingly, is going to be Brighton.
Okay.
That's the shocking inclusion for me, because I feel like they've lost their star player in Kukarela, like you just said, and they haven't really made any headway or leeway in terms of replacement and whatnot. And the style of players, they have a very good coach, don't get me wrong. Graham Potter is very, very good. But again, the motivation for Brighton, I'm finding hard for them to be motivated throughout the season, you know?
Yeah.
So those are my 3 relegation candidates.
Yep.
And then the top 6, I was going to go for a top 4 because who cares about the top 6?
Of course you would throw shade.
So I'll let you do your top 6, you know, to feel included. But for me, I'd like to do the top 4, you know, like focus on Champions League football.
Okay.
In no particular order, it's going to be Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool, Man City. That's the top 4 for me.
Yeah.
In terms of who is going for the title, it's going to be a very, very interesting 3-horse race, I feel.
Yeah.
Because for me, looking how Chelsea set up the season with the signings that they've made, they're looking to ensure that they don't concede as much. And like your great manager once said that goals win you games, but defense wins you titles. So them fixing up their defense is an eye opener for me, that okay, these guys are serious now, because they know they can't compete in terms of speed, aggression with the likes of Liverpool and Man City. But if they can shut them out, then they can have a chance against all the other teams. So hence I'm seeing a 3-horse race. The title will definitely go down to like the last 2 weeks of the season, you know.
As always.
As a Liverpool fan, I'm kind of obligated to be biased at this point and say I'd love for Liverpool to win. But in all honesty, Man City still are edging us in terms of quality, because if you look at their bench and if you look at our bench, I feel like they're still edging us in that department. And as the season progresses, more games, it wears on players. So you have to bring on your bench. So our benches are still a bit weak. So I think Man City edges it a bit. But it will be very interesting. We're going to be there until the final day.
I understood, bro. And let's get to the Golden Boot.
Usual suspects, man. For me, I don't think Haaland is going to hit the ground running. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think Haaland is going to hit the ground running, because remember, he's coming into a new system, the Pep Guardiola system. And Pep Guardiola, throughout his career, has been infamous for playing false 9. And Haaland is not a false 9. He's an out-and-out striker. So first season, Haaland is going to struggle a bit. So the usual suspects, you have Salah, Kane, Heung-min Son, who has a lot to prove, because he wants to show the world that last season wasn't a fluke. You know? And the surprise inclusion, I think I'm just going to add Gabriel Jesus as well. Surprise inclusion. Don't count him out, because I feel like Arsenal are playing free-flowing football and it's well suited to his style. So he might bag a lot of goals against these lower teams.
True. And I agree with you there. I agree with you with those ones. You know, usual suspects, Salah, Son, Kane, those are our usual suspects. I do think Nunes would probably reach 20. Haaland might touch 20 if he can get the tap-ins right, because Man City will always supply you with the tap-ins. If he can get those tap-ins right, bro, I think he will touch 20. But I do think because Salah is already knows how the league works, already knows the defenders, he knows how he can punish teams. You know, if he stays injury-free, then obviously Salah, Kane, Son, those are like the top 3. And then player of the season?
Player of the season. It might be that guy from Belgium again, man. I see De Bruyne. If De Bruyne is fit, to be honest, he is literally the best player in the league, to be honest. And if he stays fit, I don't see anyone outshining him. I don't.
I know, definitely he's there. Salah definitely, you know, because he might just carry Liverpool. You know, Mane is gone now, so he definitely has to carry Liverpool and show that leadership up front. So those are like would be my top two, you know, De Bruyne and Salah. But bro, those are our predictions. Hopefully the viewers will tell us what theirs are. You know, the league starts tomorrow for the EPL. So let us know in the comments, man, which team you think might win the league. It's gonna be the Golden Boot. I know some people are gonna be like Arsenal because they're free flowing right now, but you know, you Conte is doing something there at Spurs, man. Conte wants to win the trophy. You know, so I don't think he will win the league, but one of these FA Carabao, he might just scoop one, you know, because his signings have been perfect. Basuma, Perisic, you know, so he's had good signings, and these are his signings that he wanted. I think the only one he said he did not have an idea about was Spencer. But, you know, that's just one player out of how many they've signed so far. You know, so Conte is also one to watch at. It's 8. He might come with the heat. But, bro, thank you very much. We'll chop it up later for the PSL prediction.
Alright, cool, man.
Alright, peace out, guys.